Okay, looks like it's recording. And yeah, so good news. I'm not in Satisfactory again. Bad news. I'm in Minecraft. I mean, it's not really bad news. It's just, I'm not getting back to Darksiders 2 Definitive Edition yet. I have finished playing Ghost Recon Breakpoint. I still need to do write-up stuff. I finished last night, and I had to do other things before I could get to actually finishing up writing the review. But anyway, at least that is done. I still have a lot of work to do, but hopefully it won't be too long. Anyway, news of the week stuff. One of the things is the RTX Beta for Minecraft. Now, this is the Windows 10 edition of Minecraft, so not the Java edition, so we don't have certain like modding capability. But it's here. I am running on the test system and sending it to the desktop because it's the RX 580 in the desktop. I can't use the RTX effects. Alright, let's just get in. So I made this. I don't want to start here though. So there's a lot going on with how this works. And because of that, NVIDIA actually commissioned, I didn't even realize I would have this. I don't know what it is either. Basically, NVIDIA commissioned, or at least worked with, various places to make special maps to showcase the ray tracing. So we've got Aquatic Adventure. I looked at that. It's kind of lousy where it spawned me in. Crystal Palace. That's actually, I'm using it for the screenshot, the thumbnail. Imagination Island. So those three I've looked at. I haven't looked at of Temples and Totems, Neon District, or Color, Light, and Shadow. But as you can see, these were made by Blockworks in this case. Don't see one named here or here. We got Elysium File and Razzleberries. Now, well, here, let's look at Neon District. I'm curious. And these are free, so you can just find them in the marketplace and download them for free. Now, here's where it's kind of important. They have special resource packs. There's a reason for this. That it's not just that, oh, this is fully path traced. That's not just what's going on here. You also need special texture packs that have the physically based rendering information there. So the idea is you could say something like, well, it's already increased. So you can say that, like, sand, because that's kind of in there, or in this case, iron blocks, should have these certain optical properties, and those will then be used when figuring out the rendering. And this is, yeah, unfortunately, you can see how there is temporal effects here to deal with the noise. Oh, that was really bad. Walking back, you're looking at the base there. That's not compression. That is just what it looks like, because I'm using an RTX 2060. I had the 2080, it's just on the test system. And I don't know how much better the 2080 would be. And you can see the FPS up there. This is with the DLSS 2.0 upscaling. So yeah, FPS of 50. And this is 1920 by 1080. The RTX 2060 is not fully up to this, but full path tracing isn't easy. You can go in here though and try turning it off. So this is what it would look like normally. We are in creative, so I'm able to fly. I don't know what it is these invisible blocks are. Yeah, that's actually something. Turn it back on. And as you can see, the render distance has dropped. So it seems there's something down there. Producing, oh yeah. What is it? Let's turn the ray tracing back off. Oop. I don't know what that is. But it would seem that it was emitting light. Anyway. So yeah, you do need the PBR texture packs to do this. Now, fortunately, NVIDIA did also... There's 4 available, free, that you can just download. In the news item I did, that's a collection of all the different things, and I do cover this in there. The second link to NVIDIA includes the information on how to make your own texture packs with this stuff, but also links to 4 that you can download. I'm obviously using the one that's just from as part of the map itself. But yeah. So I do want to quickly touch on what is path tracing. Well, the way I think of it is this: ray tracing is a sampling method. So that's how it differs from rasterization, but it serves the same purpose of rasterization. It doesn't have anything to do with the rendering. It's just how does the information for the rendering get collected. Path tracing, however, is an actual rendering method, and it's also a lot more complex. So it's not just, like tracing from the camera to the surface I'm looking at, and then to a light source. It can include much more bounces. I'm pretty sure that's the case. The Quake RTX, that also used path tracing, and also the just Quake what was it called? Q2 VKPT, was that it? The original thing that NVIDIA then made their own version of? This one actually does look like a nice demo for the effects. I'm just gonna pop this up. No, the 2060 isn't fully up to it, but I don't really care. I don't mind the frame rate being a bit worse right now. We're just looking around. But oh man, we can definitely see temporal effects here, which isn't surprising. I doubt that the rays per pixel is very high, so they need denoising and temporal information to help. But man, people that built this, what was that, Elysium Fire? This is impressive. I mean, even without the ray tracing stuff, this is just impressive. The sheer amount of this and complexity. Look at that. That's really, really cool. But yeah, unfortunately, I am not going to be able to unsee that detail filling in. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And we have here. So this is one of the things that path tracing, I want to say, just natively does, which is the, what would it actually be called? Where it's actually, hang on, no, this isn't. Well, here, it'll kind of work as the explanation, even though I don't know if this is an actual example. So, light source here, it's lighting up this surface here. This is then emitting light, so you might be able to see, like, green on this slab, for example. That's something that path tracing should be able to do on its own. Ray tracing might require a little bit more awareness. Oh, and for anyone wondering here, let me drop that back down. So right now it's like 37, 36 FPS. Less than 40, 35 to 40. Let's just do that. Turn off the DLSS 2.0 and we're down to 22 frames per second. Yeah, it is intense, and the RTX 2060 is not completely up to it. I think in one of the graphs it even looked like the RTX 2080 Ti could be struggling. Yeah, let's go out and let's look at another one. And also I can look to the list of other things to talk about. Oh. Didn't realize it was out that quickly. Let's look at this. Yes, I am looking at ones I haven't looked at already. Good, another creator. So one thing that was definitely neat to see, because I had seen that it was rumor, and apparently I missed that it became an official announcement, but I did see the update. Crysis Remastered is coming. Yes, Crytek is working with Saber Interactive, I think it is. In order to, I just realized it's not capturing the cursor. That's fine. Yeah, I forgot to hook it up to use the capture card, so I'm just using the NDI plugin for OBS to send the video from the desk and audio from the desktop to the test system. Sorry, from the test system to the desktop. I think that's water. No, it's not. It's glass. One thing I do kind of feel like mentioning is that some things, like when we do actually see water, that's... Some of this is recreated just by shader packs for Java, the Java version. Like, you don't strictly need ray tracing to have some of these visuals. Some, yes, but not all. Oh, it... That's a mirror. Wonder what it is exactly I'm looking at. But it's kind of funny that I only have the floating arm. Turn that off. I am not sure what that is. Then it's also, these things are not emissive, so yeah, they're definitely messing with stuff in the texture pack. Oh yeah, because that hexagonal pattern is probably not normally there. That's definitely kind of neat. The this looks like linoleum, and the bricks are not, you know, just very generic, non-realistic bricks like what you would normally see in Minecraft. Set the time to noon. 100. You can see like the light coming through. Okay, so this could actually work as an example of the thing I was talking about. So the light is coming in. Let's come down here. The light, if it's coming in and like hitting here, we would then see the yellow light here because it's actually after a bounce. So it's not direct lighting, it's indirect lighting. That is actually something that can be innate to path tracing, if I remember correctly, and I might not. It's possible I'm not doing that correctly. But yeah, so we are going to have Crysis Remastered coming, and it's coming this summer even. Yeah, it said this summer. It's like, wow, that's awesome. I think I left in the joke there that because thanks to it including not only various new graphical effects, it also includes new optimizations, which is hopefully gonna translate to, we don't need the top-end cards from 2 or 3 years from now, 2 or 3 years in the future, in order to handle all the effects. But it will also use the software-based ray tracing that Crytek showed off with their Neon Noir. Well, I'm assuming it's that. I mean, that is what they were talking about. It's definitely kind of neat. One thing I guess you would have such shafts of light if the room is dim enough. And now let's try turning it off. And yeah, in case you haven't noticed, you cannot have the upscaling without the ray tracing. There is either VSync or frame rate limiter in place. I didn't even catch what the name was again. Okay, underwater. Is that? Okay. So the way water is transparent, so transparent like this, that actually is something I do remember shader packs are able to reproduce. So you don't need ray tracing just for that. You can get it by other ways. But yeah, this appearance to water, you can get those other ways. What else do we have in here? This one definitely seems to be a more just demo kind of feel to it than, hey, here's an impressive world to be in. I have no idea. I will admit that I am not completely impressed by some things here, because it's like, I mean, look at this. There are, it definitely makes it look like there are no light sources down there. This is just, you know, the light up there, but turn that on, and suddenly the stuff down there is glowing. I'm not enthused by that, because it makes me suspect that some of this is just cheating. Well, no. Let's look at the room. You know, to make it look better than it actually would be. Yeah, let's get up. Like I said, I didn't really care for that. I didn't spend much time on this one, so let's look at it. And also looking to the list here, F1 2020 is coming. And yeah, I'm just going to go with I've basically finished talking about. I want to be able to fly. The Crisis Remastered. I mean, I am looking forward to it, and I'm hoping that it will do some impressive stuff again. Hopefully it will run better as well. Because there were definitely some ways, well, it definitely at times felt like the original was just not that well optimized. $45 FPS. Yeah, so some of this stuff, like how it's warping and such like that, that's something I know shaders are able to do. This reflective, how it's reflecting like this, that I've not seen a shader. It's also been a long time since I've messed with shaders in Minecraft, though. Ah, redstone lamps and actual lights. Prismarine, which I think is supposed to glow in glass, colored glass, so that's kind of neat. I like that it looks like this texture pack is, like, accurate. It's not trying to add details that aren't in the normal Minecraft texture. Let's look at this. So this is a world that I made, and it is using the foundation pack from NVIDIA. So I'm not sure, but I think it's supposed to be basically, you know, it looks like the textures are accurate. They just added the PBR stuff that's necessary there. But I don't feel like wood is supposed to be this reflective. I will admit that. Yeah, so this is where I spawned in. And that's what torch looks like. I guess in daytime it just isn't bright enough. I don't feel like going out of daytime for now. I saw there's water over here. So that's kind of neat, isn't it? Down here and looking at the reflection. Oh, that's kind of funny. Very different textures between when it's a grass block and when it's just dirt. Now, one thing, I wasn't able to get this. I want to see how the beacon look. Oh, just one. It's not getting the beam? Isn't that supposed to be a beam? From this thing? Or is that, like, you gotta do it at a higher level? Yep. And I'm letting myself getting very distracted by this instead of talking about some of the other things, like F1 2020 has been announced with a release date. Let me look. July 20th. And by the way, because I'm on the test system, I am much closer to the mic than I normally am. So hopefully I'm not like blowing that out too bad. That activated. Yeah, no beam. That's annoying. I'm not sure if maybe something got changed and just will do that. You have to do something else to achieve that. But yeah, anyway, let's look at night. We have to wait a little bit for the sun to finish going down. Now we can see the torch glowing some. Not a whole lot, but it does also illuminate around it. Interestingly, the redstone torch doesn't have a better model. See how the diamond is. Let me see how an emerald block look. And I'll try other packs. Well, good check. But yeah, so getting back to it. Yeah, so that's the one I'm currently using. Interesting that that one is that. Am I not able to change it just now? Oh, here we go. Is there no way to change these? I don't know. I don't play on this version. There. Let me try back. Okay. Let's look at the decorative pack, which it does warn, don't use these together. So, do that there. But yeah, one thing that's coming with the F1 2020 that is interesting is a My Team capability. So you'll be able to make your own racing team, then manage it as a driver manager. Definitely interesting and new. new for this series. It'll be interesting to see how that goes. You'll also be able to change the length of the race series, which may prove helpful to me, because I'm never able to spend and go through the entire list, the entire race series. Well, let's leave it there for now. Give me that. And that. Although true, I do have water right there. Let's see what happens. It is not glowing. Okay, hang on. Let's turn that one back on. Maybe it's just that this, maybe it doesn't have everything in there. Yeah, so it will be. I am curious. I'll probably end up getting a key for F1 2020, and I'll look at the My Team stuff. It just, at the same time, I'm also a little worried because I'm not a simulation gamer, at least not for racing. So it's just not glowing with this texture pack. Great. Alright. Let's try one of the others. I mean, yeah, it's very... Okay, let's try this one. Deactivate that. There we go. See, now we got something happening. Ooh, and that stuff, the diamond is glowing. Diamond does not glow, but look at that. Look at how long it takes for that shadow to actually fade. So that does feel like cheating to me, that the diamond is just straight up glowing. But this is still kind of neat with how the lava's working. Oh man. It will be nice when this gets done better and it's not just a, ooh, looky, ray tracing. It's not just that. This, that. Yeah, let's leave it there. See how reflective it is. And that is indirect lighting, because it's reflecting off there, coming around, and then ultimately hitting them. In the ray tracing. That could be a while. Yeah, that is still pretty neat. How it is reflecting around enough for that. Alright. Now let's see how this looks. Oop. Not really much of a shadow there. Let's try going away from this. There. Yeah, it's really not casting much of a shadow. At some point I'm gonna have to like just stop talking. Oh, now we'll stop playing and just talk. Yeah, so the illumination, well, I mean, it seemed like it was pretty dark when I didn't. Wait. Damn it. It's becoming day. Okay, as I wait for the time to pass. Yeah, the my team feature is definitely interesting. XCOM Chimera Squad is going to be $10 until April 30th. It seems starting on May 1st it'll be $19.99, $20. So that's set 5 years after the events of XCOM 2, which is a game I have but have not played. Yeah, so isn't it neat how that is actually being illuminated because of it reflecting on that. I'll grant, it is, this stuff is impressive. I still don't really see ray tracing as a necessary graphical feature today, but still is neat to see what is possible. Get rid of that, and that. Give me black as well. It's kind of neat seeing the internal reflections there. And this is even fairly accurate that how it would be bouncing around in there. This, however, would not be accurate. Even though it's black stained glass, it should still be transferring. Oh, some of the. Alright, but yeah, so, and it looks like they're trying to do some new stuff for accesses with the, You gonna type in there? And I think you can turn off the daylight cycle as well. So, I just want to find other locations to look at. Yeah, so they're gonna be doing some different stuff with it. We're gonna have. Oh, I know it. City. I also want some of these. Oh no, that's right. It's a left. I have no idea where. Oh wait, there it is. There's the lava flow. Oh, have a cave here. So yeah, the XCOM Cameo Squad. Set 5 years after XCOM 2. It is 11 members to the squad, and the squad is comprised of humans, hybrids, and aliens. So you'll have certain advantages there, and basically they are trying to keep the peace between the different groups. Wow, there's a lot of just ambient light here. Yeah, the close one's kind of neat. Full sand, lots of lava. And you can see how it does impact the light, but it still is. And just over here, there is ambient light. See, a lot of it. Whoop. Well, that. Yeah, see, because like right here, that it shouldn't really be visible. It should be completely dark. There. Let's see what happens when something goes kablooey. No. I forgot that flint and steel could do that when I... that's a little bit of a shame. I was hoping it would be, you know, more interesting than that. That there would be light emitted from it, but apparently not. Alright, let's head back. Well, actually, no. Yeah, XCOM Command Squad. I'm sorry I keep getting distracted, but it's like, this is what is taking my attention in the game. Yeah, you can use the nether portals to, basically fast travel around. Because it's an 8-to-1, I think, ratio between the two dimensions. So like 100 blocks in the nether is 800 blocks in the real world, in this dimension, the overworld dimension. I do admit, I like sunshine. I do like that visual. So this is definitely pretty cool. I like. Ooh, I just noticed. Look in the upper right. It might be hard to tell, but there's a lot of dancing in there. I'm guessing that's just noise that it can't handle. It can't get rid of. Yeah, it must be something to do with the dirt texture. Flowing waters and hard to see it. Let's see how redstone. Now let's burn the forest down. Okay. Focusing. Gonna try to focus while it burns. So yes. The XCOM Command Squad does seem interesting. They're also changing some other things up. So there's a breach mode, which sounds like you may be able to control where certain agents come in, or where all the agents come in. So it could lead to some new strategy stuff. But one thing that's very interesting is it said that they're going to be interleaving enemies and players, agents. So it's not just going to be one side than the other. It's actually going to be going between agent, enemy, agent, enemy, agent, enemy, based on initiative. Which is going to be interesting to see how that goes. Well, I probably won't end up playing the game. I have so many other things I need to take care of. So many other projects. But, yeah. Still could be interesting if you're a fan of the XCOM series, and hopefully you can get it. Well, it's going to be $10 instead of $20 after it hits May 1st. And it releases April 24th, so you haven't then till April 30th, it seems. So almost a week. Or maybe it is a full weekend. I'm misunderstanding that May 1st language. Because it said starting May 1st, it'll be $19.99, the suggested price. So anyway, one thing that I put in there, and it's like, this is for me, okay? I am interested in this. I don't really care if nobody else is. Chex Quest HD is coming. And hopefully enough people out there remember Chex Quest that's like, oh, really? So apparently it was in 1996. General Mills, for advertising, decided that, hey, we're going to put video games into our boxes of Chex. And they had commissioned, I assume, a game called Chex Quest. That was sort of a Doom clone, but it was for kids. So you weren't killing the enemies, phlemoids, and they looked like snot. I mean, they were green and kind of flowing. You didn't kill them, you just teleported them back to their dimension. But it was actually, I remember playing that as a kid and enjoying it. Maybe I wouldn't enjoy it now if I played it. I can't really speak to quality, but that's one of my childhood video game memories. So it's really cool to see that is coming this summer, and apparently will be free to play as well. SpongeBob SquarePants Battlefield Bikini Bottom Rehydrate, that now has a release date of January 23rd. So that's another remaster that is coming soon. And I would actually like to review that, I'll be honest. SpongeBob was never really big for me, but I can definitely understand that was big for a number of people my age who now have kids, and that could be a good game to introduce them to. It's like, this will be safe for kids, and we can just, I can play it with them even, something like that. And this is something I played when I was a kid. I could see that being a good thing. And so I figured then it's also going to be a game worth spending my time into review. I'm going to XMG, which is apparently an insane company. I say that because they stuck a 3950X, so 16-core processor, into a laptop build. Yeah, they've said that B450 will support Ryzen 4000, which is kind of important. Because, well, yes, AMD has been continuing to use the AM4 socket, and basically if it has an AM4 socket, it's possible to have a BIOS update to enable support for. I just realized something. I turned off the day-night cycle, so yeah. I think that will. Yes, okay. To make it actually night. The sun wasn't going to move otherwise. I think AMD had said that it was through 2020 or into 2020 that they would continue support for the AM4 socket, so that basically Ryzen 1000, 2000, 3000 will all work on basically the same motherboards if they get the proper BIOS update. XMG saying that Ryzen 4000 will also work on B450 is actually kind of important. Because it wasn't clear what would be happening this year. if we would see new socket introduced that won't have the that new CPUs will need, or at least that you'd lose backwards compatibility. So it looks like that won't be the case, but it still might be that this is the last year for that. Wow, I've only been going for 45 minutes. I thought I was distracted by this for a lot more than that. Do have another thing here that GitHub opened some things up. So now they previously made it where you could have up to 5 people be able to collaborate on private repositories. They've now opened it up to be unlimited number, and some other things. So it's kind of neat. I mean, I use GitHub for when I am like putting up certain articles, but also the scripts for processing data. So that's all up there. So I do pay attention to GitHub news, but I didn't write that. I'm not sure if that's something that, for one thing, I could have written up long enough, and also I don't know if there'd be enough interest in that with people. I want to try this. It just does not illuminate at all. That's kind of a shame. Trying to remember if there was anything else I'm just forgetting. I am looking up and seeing, yeah, it's kind of unfortunate we're only in the 40s. I mean, yeah, it's just the RTX 2060, not the Super, so presumably the Super would do better, but it is definitely this is intense. Which is also a reason I think we can say that, yeah, we don't have to worry about ray tracing like this coming to games soon, because you can't get good performance and visuals with it. Well, extreme visuals, I guess, would be a better way to put it. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what comes. And also, I would say that right now, if you're like, oh, I want to get a ray tracing GPU, don't buy anything right now. Just don't. Because when the next gen NVIDIA stuff will probably be sometime this year, maybe not, it might be into next year. It depends. It's really hard to say for sure. AMD is supposed to have their stuff out this year, and NVIDIA won't let that go unanswered, but it's still hard to say when that'll be. But I would still say just wait, because then you'll have the second gen RT cores that I wouldn't be surprised if those significantly perform better than these first gen RT cores. I mean, yeah, something like the RTX 2080 Ti is still going to be a powerful card for normal rendering, for not ray tracing, but I do feel like they are not going to have longevity in ray tracing as the ecosystem builds and more techniques are developed that require just more performance than those can offer, or features that those don't offer. And one thing occurred to me that's interesting, if accurate to think about. AMD might be using a design where it's not an RT core, it's not this separate component of the GPU that's a separate block to the GPU that's attached to it, but it's going to be part of it's believed to be the texture processors, so the texture shaders in there. Because there was a patent a while ago that suggested that, which would basically be, hey, this component's already there, it can do this kind of math, and it's not used heavily. If we just put it there, if we make the texture, these texture processors, texture cores better for this, they actually design them for this, and we stick them there, it'll all work. It'll be interesting because that would be more integrated. So it's not just something attached there that helps with this, but something integral to it. I do think that could be interesting to see. Plus, I think it's not unreasonable to consider that the AMD hardware solution will be effectively second generation, because they will have the benefit of all this time seeing how the ecosystem is developing, being part of that ecosystem. They've been doing ray tracing stuff, accelerated ray tracing stuff, for many years. So it will be interesting to see. But yeah, if you're if you want a ray tracing experience, I would say right now it's best to wait at least until the end of the year. Should see what AMD's GPUs are capable of for that. NVIDIA will undoubtedly be shortly thereafter. And either way, it will be, chances are that hardware will be better than what you see now for ray tracing. That is my own opinion, and should only be considered as my opinion. It's also because it's not like I have any special knowledge. That's just my feeling. But also, I don't think we're going to go to full ray tracing, full path tracing like this for quite a while. Because, I mean, think about it. This hardware, I mean, look at how it has to build up to get the right lighting there. We're not ready yet. And okay, maybe something like the 28 Ti, a GPU that's how many times more expensive than the RTX 2060 I've got? Maybe that'll do a better job, but it's also so prohibitively expensive, you'd be insane to develop to that right now. Unless you can strongly expect that that level of ray tracing performance is what will come in the future. And maybe that is the case from NVIDIA. We don't know yet. We don't know. It's not public knowledge. It might be internal knowledge that NVIDIA has shared, because they may already have some idea of what the performance will be and are telling developers, hey, this is what will be possible in, you know, that 2 to 3 years when your game actually comes out. Yeah, so but it's also interesting because ray tracing can be used for more than just graphics. And that definitely seems to be something for that both the DirectX 12 1.1 for DXR, I think it's 1.1, and the Vulkan ray tracing implementation appears to be leveraging is that you will be able to come on, brain, turn over. But you'll be able to use ray tracing for uses other than just graphics. So, like, ray tracing can be used for audio. It can be used for it can be used for a lot of things potentially. It'd be interesting to see if it were used just for AI purposes. You like to very, very accurately track what it is that an AI is able to see, including with reflections. That could be an interesting use. I don't know how line of sight currently works for AI in various games, so maybe that's already doable. But it's we will come to see some interesting stuff in the future. I don't doubt that. It's just how much performance is going to be needed. Alright, I should probably actually wrap this up. Let's look at this. I want to be able to fly around. I'm just thinking if there's anything else to talk about. I don't remember anything from the news, but that could just be my memory failing me. Oh. Yeah, so that is what Netherrack looks like here. That's water, that's ice. What that is. What that. Now, I do find it interesting how it's performing like, well, there's some load, it shouldn't be that bad. I'm using NDI to send the video to the desktop. But I wonder if it might also be something like the GPU is just warming up, that it's having to fall down some, because I thought I saw this at 60 FPS preview. Let's just push it. Alright, These people are insane in their ability to build this stuff. It will be interesting to see what does develop in the future. I'm also just looking forward to when we get a complete, but just Minecraft texture pack with the physically based rendering for ray tracing stuff. So nothing wonky like diamonds suddenly glowing. Prismarine, which I think that can glow. That's fine. I think that's actually supposed to glow. Like even in the, like if I turn off the ray tracing, I think that glows anyway. But diamond, it doesn't, so that's what I think it is. Yeah, it is. Okay. That might actually have been the end. So, yeah, but, oh man, that's kind of annoying. Because I don't know where this started. Let's head back. See where this takes. Oh, this might be the other end of it. That would make some sense. Yeah, get out. It's neat, but I wouldn't play this way. Performance isn't good enough. Definitely is neat. Very neat as a tech. Alright, let's actually bring this to me. Oh, I've got so much work I need to do anyway. Wow, that got a lot bigger. And let me also just think, was there anything else? Oh yeah, there is that. I'm gonna look at this later. Devolver Digital has started a podcast called the Devolver Digital Forkcast, which let me look at the about here. Fork Parker is the CFO for life of Devolver Digital. He was born into unbelievable wealth, and his magnificent fortune has only increased over his many unscrupulous decades. The only thing hotter than his stocks are his takes, available for free on Twitter with his hottest takes for fans only. Devolver Digital is such a special publisher. I have to love them, in my opinion, because they let themselves just be silly because they're having fun, it seems, and they will be a publisher of various indie games that I wouldn't be surprised no other publisher necessarily wants to touch. But it's just, they'll go for it. That they are passionate. It seems like they're more like just passionate about gaming, and you got an idea, you can bring it about. All right, looks good, we'll help you. But we also got Robbie Patterson here. I'm looking at the about for the Forkcast. Robbie Patterson sold his soul to the devil at the age of 12. This is written by Devolver Digital to tell you about the podcast. I want to work in marketing, the young lad told the old goat. I want to sell video games to people around the world, bring them joy, and make lots of money while I do it. Also, I want to be the most beautiful man in the world, and so it was. Then JM Spect, Jayhem McMahon Spect, or JM as the county judge knows him. Yep, is the ever-dependable voice of reason in times of crisis. Oh dear God. I'll do it later, comes to call as sweet as bird song. I didn't do it the wily road dog chuckles as the company crumbles around him. And this first one is, this first podcast is Trapped in the COVID. It's, their episode 1, they're gonna do it weekly. Good for them. Hopefully they can have as much fun as it looks like that they intend to. While recording a podcast, Robbie and JM speculate on what video game characters would be the best self-quarantine companions. Oh man. And honestly, seeing that and then thinking about it's like, I don't know. I'm like, of recent games that I've played, it's like I got Nomad or Ghost Recon Breakpoint, and it's like, maybe, I mean, he'd be useful in some cases, but, you know, if there's an apocalypse going on, having him would be helpful. Doom Guy from Doom Eternal, again, apocalypse would be helpful. But that's not what we're in. We're not in an apocalypse. So maybe this guy, you know, maybe Minecraft Steve. Yes, turn and look at me. Since, you know, think about it, he knows how to grow wheat, carrots, potatoes, animal husbandry. He's got that all figured out. Also, he's disturbingly strong. Think about it. He is disturbingly strong because he is able to carry, 64 blocks of gold per slot, and each block is one cubic meter of gold, and this is pure gold. He's able to carry a full inventory of that, while also in full gold armor, and he can hold it in both his hands as well. I mean, it is insane how strong he is. He would be useful to have in times of crisis. Just thinking, who else comes to mind? I don't really know, but I can probably just stop this now. But yeah, I'm probably going to listen to this podcast at some point. It says it's only 25 minutes long. I don't know if that's they're targeting half-hour lengths, or if that's just when this one ended, and maybe next week it'll be longer or shorter or whatever. But I'm gonna keep my eye on this, because if nothing else, it'll probably be a fun diversion. All right, so hopefully the Ghost Recon Breakpoint review will be out before long. I don't know. I don't know yet. I have to finish writing it, and then I need to get into the performance analysis stuff. That's going to take a while, because I'm going to be doing it for more than the one game, and I have to go through 7 graphics cards. One's in the desktop. And I also need to do some recording in Ghost Recon Breakpoint again. The graphics quality analysis. So yeah, let me see. I should be able to do this, and then we get a nice the thumbnail I made from that spot I mentioned, from that level I mentioned, and yeah. And this, by the way, that's actually taken. I just set it to night, so the sun is setting, but we got the reflection in the lake, and you can also see under the N of Minecraft. That's actually like some lava there, or at least like lava in a cave, and I like that because you could see how it was glowing, as opposed to the daytime when it didn't really stand out. Alright, I really need to stop this so I can get to other things. I'm so busy, but I like it. It's nice to be busy. I just wish more things didn't materialize spontaneously for me, which they do. Should be back next week. Can't currently think of a reason why I wouldn't be back. Then I also can't think of a reason why anyone would want to watch this. But that's just me. Alright, see you next time.